Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, thank you for joining. If you've been here previously, thank you for coming back. Today we're going to continue our journey on the book 12 Pillars, a novel written by Rohn and Chris Widener. Today we'll be speaking about chapter 4, titled Achieve Your Goals. Hope you enjoy today's reading. Let's begin. Chapter 4, Achieve Your Goals. The major reason for setting a goal is for what it makes of you to accomplish it. Mac's Diner is exactly the kind of place you would expect a maintenance man to hang out in. Small place next to the road, gravel parking lot with pickup trucks populating it, the smell of fried food hitting you while you sit 10 feet in front of the door. In other words, perfect. It had been about 4 weeks since Michael and Charlie had last met, so Michael called Charlie to arrange a getting together. Charlie had to run some errands and knew a great little diner that would be in the middle for both of them. That is how Michael had come to make his first trip to Mac's. When Michael walked through the door, he smelled one of his favorite smells, bacon. A true hole-in-the-wall diner. He saw Charlie talking with some other old-timers in the back corner, all wearing the ubiquitous uniform of estate maintenance men everywhere, coveralls. When Charlie saw Michael come through the door, he excused himself from the others and met Michael halfway into the diner, walking somewhat slowly. "Hey, Michael, great to see you. You look good." "You do too, Charlie. But why are you walking a little slower? Everything okay?" "Just age. Us old folks take a while to get places. You'll see." "Okay, just checking on you." "Well, let's grab the table right here," Charlie said, pointing at an empty table that looked just like you would expect a table to look in an old diner. Silver legs, formica top, plastic-covered chairs. The two men took their seats as a waitress came over and asked if they would like coffee. "Absolutely," Charlie said. "Michael?" "Yes, please." "I'll be right back," she cheerfully said. "Well, she's in a happy mood," Michael noticed. "That's Sue. She's always happy, it seems. Great attitude." "So, Charlie, how long have you worked at 12 Pillars anyway?" "Since the very first day. Even while it was being built, actually. I've been there for the whole thing." "So what did you do before that?" "I was in business. I did okay for myself. When I retired, I realized I loved taking care of things and fixing things. To do gardening and the like. So that is what I spend my days doing now." Charlie changed gears. "So how is Amy?" "Oh, she's good. Really good, actually. That's the main reason I wanted to get together with you, to tell you about how things have gone since you taught me about gardens." "Well, do tell," Charlie prodded. "It's simple, really. I just went home and started thinking about my relationships with Amy, like I would if I were planning or maintaining a garden. Not that I am Mr. Expert Gardener or anything, but the metaphor really worked for me. It gave me something to use as an example. The main thing is that I just started putting more time into the relationship." "How so?" Sue, the waitress, arrived with her coffee, and Michael waited for her to set it down. "Anything to eat today?" "Not for me," Charlie said. "Just coffee for me, thanks." "Okay," she smiled. And off went the perpetually happy Sue. "Back to the matter at hand," Michael said with a smile. "To answer your question, I started making time, first and foremost by doing a night each week where I get a babysitter and we go out for something Amy wants to do. Her choice of restaurant, movie, bookstore, whatever. She loves it. It's been like a ray of sunshine on a flower." "That's great," Charlie said. "I'm so glad for you. You will have to keep me posted as it progresses. Just remember that once a flower blooms, it still needs water and sun to keep it from wilting. The work isn't over when the colors come out." "I'll remember that." "So what else is new, Michael? How is work and the rest of your life?" "Life is pretty good. As I've said before, my major challenge is work. I just wish I was further along in my career. I feel like I am not living up to my potential." "What are your goals for your career?" Charlie asked. "Goals? That may be my problem. I guess I don't have any goals." "That may be why you're achieving what you're achieving then." "I think you may be right. You know, I always hear about goal setting and whatnot, but I've never done it. I suppose you have heard Mr. Davis talk about goal setting, huh?" "That I have. It is one of his favorite subjects." "What does he say?" "He must know a lot about goals to live in a place like he does." "Oh, that he does, Michael, that he does." "Okay, shoot then." "It's pretty simple stuff." "I'm ready." "Here it goes. Write it down." "I don't have a pen." Charlie laughed. "No, that's the advice. Write it down. Write your goal down." Michael laughed too. "Oh, I thought you meant, never mind. Okay, so write my goals down. That's it?" "That's it. I told you it was simple." "So what good does that do?" "Think about it, Michael. It does two things. First, in order to write it down, it means you have to have a goal in the first place, which at this point would be a great start for you. Secondly, there is a power in writing your goal down. It brings it into reality. One of the best things you can do is to write down 100 things you want to accomplish before you die. Just the process of deciding what they are is powerful. But when you get them written down, watch out, because now you are likely to achieve them. Why is that? Because now your mind is cognitively aware of them. Your mind then gets to work achieving them. That should be your first goal, to write down your 100 goals. Alright, I'll do that. It can't hurt. Here is something else Mr. Davis teaches that is important, Michael. He says that the major reason for setting a goal is for what it makes of you to accomplish it. What it makes of you will always be far greater value than the goal you achieve. Mr. Davis always says make $1 million, not for $1 million, but for what you will have to become to make $1 million. That's pretty good advice. So the real goal is to let the goal make me a better person? That's exactly it, Michael. Hey, I think I'm getting the success thing. I think you are. It is exciting, isn't it? Sure is. I feel like I'm coming alive just hearing and talking about it, even though I haven't changed much yet. Yes, the power of change is exciting. You have a great future ahead of you. Yeah, I just wish I was already there. Well, as Mr. Davis says frequently, you cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. Yeah, I know that I can't become what I want overnight. I guess that's what's so frustrating. I feel like I have wasted so many years and now I'll have to take a long road to be successful. I just don't know where to start. Start by changing your direction. You are where you are, but you don't have to stay there. Choose where you want to go and then build out your plan for getting there. How do I do that? That is where goals come in. Let's say, for example, that you want to have a certain life, a certain income or job in 10 years. Would you be able to dream something big for yourself to achieve in 10 years? Sure. Okay, then that is your long-range goal. Or you can make your long-range goal 5 years. Whatever is out there in the future that you want to achieve. Then you choose somewhere in the middle for your mid-range goal, say 5 years on a 10-year goal. And then a short-range goal for a year or two out. You might even have what Mr. Davis calls micro goals that are just months out. The key is that each leads to your final goal. Give me an example, Michael said. For example, let's assume that you wanted to be able to open your own business in 5 years. Maybe you need to save $50,000 to do it right. You may have a few goals that all work together. You may have to save the $50,000, and you may have to learn certain skills. Then you break it down. For the financial, you would have to save about $850 a month and never touch it. At the end, you would have $50,000, and that doesn't even take into consideration that you would probably keep it in a mutual fund that would pay you interest or earn a return that would help you get to the $50,000 sooner. A 3-year goal would be to have $25,000, and a 1-year goal would be to have $10,000 saved. How would I ever do that? Michael asked, looking and sounding astonished. I never said it was going to be easy, but you could do it. You could cut spending, get a second job, sell some things. It can be done. And then for the skills, you would be learning to do the same thing. Set the goal and work backward. It really is that simple. Well, I better get to it in a hurry, that's for sure. Just decide what you want to do and then get started. That is one of the most powerful lessons in life. Thank you all for listening today to Chapter 4, titled Achieve Your Goals. I'll be back soon with Chapter 5. Thank you for listening today. I hope your new year started off in a wonderful way. Please stay safe, like the channel, and subscribe. Share with any friends that you think might enjoy the readings. Take care, guys.